Movie Chats.
Hello everybody, I hope you can hear me okay. I've had a few tech issues, I don't know if it's working properly, but please just drop in the chat and say that it's all okay. You can see me okay, you can hear me okay. Welcome back to Movie Chats, our weekly film club, as some people like to call it. We've got some special guests in as always, and we'll bring them on in a second. All good here, Tori says. Yeah, all okay. So hopefully we'll be good. So this week's show, we are talking about the best films of the 90s. And that means like the best films that we personally think are the best films of the 90s. So we should get some different results. And feel free to join in with the chat at any point if you want to put in what your favorite films are and stuff, or chat with us guys, ask any questions of anybody. Yeah, just a bit of a bit of an escape from the day-to-day reselling stuff. We'll talk about something that we are passionate about, and that is films. And I've got a giveaway to do as well at some point today. I've got a bit of a giveaway to try and generate a bit more people in our Facebook group and some more viewers and stuff. So hopefully we'll do that as we go along as well. So before I bring on, I'll just say a quick hello to a couple of the chats. Hi, Jeff. We've got Lana. Hi, Lana. Tori's in, and we've got Cola Flipper. Oliver Ian's in as well. Wow. Mr. Diggs, are you working again, Mr. Diggs? Does he actually do any work? Chop Chop Busy. And who else we got? Alan Starbuck. Hi, Alan. I'm glad you're in. I'm going to give you a shout in a minute. Goat Jazz. I need to speak to you as well at some point during the stream. Mr. Sprout. Hello. Chris. Carlo B. And it's jumped. It's gone. Anyway, we'll catch up with people during the show. Oh, Bailey's in as well, and a few others. But in the meantime, let's bring on some guests. So first, we'll do it in order of who I've got on my screen here. We've got Steve.
Evening all. Okay.
You okay?
Yeah, not bad. Thank you very much. You have a good week.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, not bad. Thanks, mate. I've had a decent week. Not too bad. Watched lots of films.
We had a good start after last week's show, as you know. Slowed down towards now, but yeah, we've got a good basis. I know what we're talking about for this week.
Cool. Nice one. Right, I'm going to bring on some more guests. We've got Z. Hi, Z. You're muted at the moment. There we go.
Hiya.
Hello.
Yeah, I'd muted just in case. How are you? Can you hear me okay?
Good,
and everything all good? Yeah, super. Yeah, just checking.
Seems to be. There seems to be a little delay on my part, but I don't know why. But never mind.
Oh, well, that's a bit weird. Okay.
That's all right. It's not just you, Z. It was on Steve as well. That's why I was asking if he could hear me or not.
It's a bit strange, yeah.
Never mind. Okay. Well, thanks for coming on, Z. I know you're a big movie fan. Obviously, your shop's filled with movie stuff. So I'm sure we'll have a good chat.
Movies, yeah. I do like my movies, yeah, definitely. I used to watch an awful lot of them back in the DVD days. Yeah.
Well, yeah, still DVD days. I
know,
still like
but do you know when it was? But you know when it was like exciting, like it was a really big deal back. You know, because it was wow, you can watch movies without those horrible wavy lines now, and you know things like that. Just the cleanliness of this.
I know exactly.
That's what my first full-time.
Everything's streamed now, isn't it?
Yeah.
But that was what my first full-time wage packet was spent on: a £300 Grundig DVD player and 10 DVDs.
I actually, you know what? It's one of those things. I bet you could ask a lot of people when they got their first DVD player, and they probably will remember. Like I remember me and Beck going to Woolies, and it was in oh god, where was it? It was somewhere in North London, and we bought an Alba, and it was on offer for about 200 quid, and we were really chuffed when we found out because it was region free out of the box. So.
Oh yeah, that's a bonus, isn't it?
Oh, it was a big deal.
Let's bring on our final. Yeah, everyone used to go around looking for codes and stuff to unlock them, didn't they?
That's it, yeah.
Right, I'll just bring on our last guest, and it is, of course, Oliver Ian. You all right?
Good evening, Al.
Hey, yeah.
Nice to meet you, too.
Nice to meet you as well.
I was looking in your store the other night. I could spend a fortune on that.
Go ahead.
Oh, thanks. Appreciate that.
You know what?
Yeah.
You know what? I've planned to come twice to your store, and we were coming up on the 31st, and then you guys
Then
went into
yeah,
tier 3.
yeah,
And now-
tier 3, and now it's locked down. Yeah.
It's just not worked out for us.
Oh well, Bailey's first DVD was Mask of Zorro for 20 quid.
I think I'm talking about like first
Yeah,
DVD
we could.
players.
I think we could all go into.
Sorry, did you say, weren't you, Chris?
For some reason, I'm struggling here with there's like a delay here, but it's obviously on my part because all three of you are like delaying on me, and I don't know why. Yeah, apologies
Maybe
if I
drop out.
can.
Maybe drop out and drop back in. See if that fixes it.
So drop out.
Yeah, drop out and drop back in.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
doing
No,
the edit.
I remember my very first DVD was it was because it was literally there wasn't much selection at the time, you know, because it was fresh. I remember I had a DVD player on my PC. Like my mum had bought me a PC for GCSEs and all that, and obviously I made sure she got one which had a DVD drive in it. You know, so it was like classic. And I think it was Tomorrow Never Dies with Pierce Brosnan, and it was like 20 quid. And it wasn't even like the film I wanted or anything. It's just there wasn't a lot of selection at the time because DVD was so expensive. Chris, any better, or are we still delayed?
I'm back. Seems okay.
Oh, that's good then. That's good.
There you go then.
Seems okay.
Yeah, I think I got my first DVD player when I got like my first job. It was like I think it was about £200
Yeah.
and I remember like the cases were like plastic clear through cases.
Yeah,
or the cardboard ones.
Yeah, I remember those days. I think the most I ever spent was when I got the region free one. I bought Hollow Man with Kevin Bacon. I bought it off this shop in Tottenham Court Road, and you won't believe how much I paid for it. Obviously, it's back in the day. Because it was region
Easily 30 quid.
32.99. Yeah, because it was region. Because it was region 1 and it was out before the UK, and it looked like I'd seen it at the cinema, and I just wanted to see it on DVD at home because it was visually quite impressive for the time. Like I remember watching it at the time, I was like, man, that film looked awesome. We saw it at the cinema, and yeah.
So Z, you're new to the movie chats. So what we always ask our new guests is for their top 5 movies of all time, so we can kind of gauge what kind of movie person you are.
Okay. Well, I mean, I worked it out when you first said come up with your 5 best movies. I was like doing my 5 best movies of all time, and then I read the title, and it was like of the 90s, so I had to change it quickly. But in no particular order.
It doesn't matter. Either would have been fine.
Oh well, I've done 90s. I've gone 90s. So like in no particular order, I've got. I can hear something playing in my.
Oh, sorry. Hang on a second.
No, it's all right. It's all right.
It's my
It's
little,
okay.
and he doesn't understand.
No, it's all right. Sorry, I didn't mean to like. No, I wasn't being.
No, it's fine. It's just he has a habit of turning the iPad up, and
No worries. No worries.
Mummy's not home until 7. So
My first movie's got to be Total Recall because it came out in 1990. That one came to my mind. And then I've got and then I've got not in particular order. Of just these are my favorite 90s movies. Pulp Fiction. I've got The Game, and I've got Chasing Amy, and then I've got Fight Club.
What about your top 5 movies of all time, see, without being in the 90s?
Oh, that's difficult, man. See, I think I had Godfather Part 2 in there. I think I had the original Alien in there. Oh God, put me on the spot now. God, I can't remember. There's so many now, so many. I would have probably gone for. I probably would have gone for. Oh God, what's it called again? You know the one with Daniel Day-Lewis. I Drink Your Milkshake. There Will Be Blood.
All right, yeah.
Yeah, There Will Be Blood. I probably would have gone for that.
Oh.
Yeah. Daniel Plainview.
I was going to watch that the other day.
Yeah. Definitely worth watching.
Is it a good film, that, Z? Because, yeah, I saw it the other day on one of the, I don't know, on the streaming service or whatever I was looking at. And I'd never seen it before and was going to watch it. So
yeah, definitely. Like,
worth
it's the
watching.
kind of movie that you'll watch and then you'll be like, I want to watch other Daniel Day-Lewis films. You know, he's just say like, you know, like he was awesome in
right.
Gangs of New York as well. He was incredible in that as well. You know, with Leonardo DiCaprio. And,
yeah, that's good.
Cameron Diaz. Yeah, he was awesome
Yeah.
in that as well.
I'm just going to do something. I'm going to change my camera because there's definitely something wrong here.
Yeah.
I'm just going to drop out. You guys just entertain yourselves a minute.
Fair enough. The Cola Flipper says The Matrix was his first DVD. That's a good DVD to have.
So while Chris is out,
Yeah.
are we going to bring up the whole Jurassic Park thing, or are we just boycotting that as this discussion for?
No, nobody mentioned it. Not
Well, he's
once
got
in the top
raptors
5.
behind
Nobody
him
mentioned
on
it.
his. He had raptors, like. You know, I mean, I would have. The thing is, Jurassic Park is a quality movie, but it's more of a top 10 for me than a top 5. Do you,
As
like,
a film fan, though, Steve, do you find it difficult to actually come up with a top 10?
really hard, like really difficult. Yeah. Well, you know what? Because some of my top 10 would be stupid because, like, for me, movies aren't just about how well they're shot or acted or anything. Sometimes they're about like a memory, aren't they? Or like an experience. Like, for example, I know that we can put on the terrible movie that is Michael Bay's original Transformers movie.
Oh, Steve loves them.
We can
Don't
sit.
like the Michael Bay movies.
No, I don't like the rest of them, but the first one I love, and what makes it even better is I love it, Beck loves it, and the girls love it, and we literally we watch it all and we're grinning, and we could literally repeat scene for scene because it's just a fun movie, a really fun movie. But if you were to ask me, is that a good film? I would have to say, Transformers is not like Taxi Drivers is a great movie. Mean Streets is a great movie. Donnie Brasco is a great movie. Or there's so many great movies, but like for me, that movie, it means so much because whenever we watch it, we're guaranteed to have fun. You know what I mean? Like it's awesome. Like as great as Aliens is a great movie. Watched it yesterday with the family. It will never be able to recreate the buzz it creates when we sit down and watch Transformers. So, that's what I'd say. What else?
Sorry, I keep just muting the mic in case.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
No,
Don't just leave it.
because I'm aware of it now. So.
Oh no, it's fine. It's not. It's cool.
No, you shouldn't have said anything really, but now I'm.
Yeah. I know. It's my bad,
paranoid.
really. My bad.
So, how's it been in the store today then? Obviously, you're online.
I mean, it's not amazing, but just getting on with it. Really, just have to kind of muddle through best as we can. Like I've gotten everything listed now on the website, which is good. So that's something.
Them pictures are really good. The framed ones are really cool.
They're really cool. Channel Nem reckons he's going to come back dressed in one of those inflatable T-Rex costumes.
You won't put it past him, would you?
And Mr. Diggs says Shawshank Redemption in my top 5. That would be in a lot of people's top 5s and definitely top 10s.
I think it's like a lot of the films of the 90s, like some of the biggest films, they're all 3-hour films.
Yeah, they're quite long, aren't they? Definitely.
You know, sort of rewatchability. I watch them if it's on, but I don't really sort of see myself sat there for 3 hours watching it all the time.
However, though, you can watch a 3-hour film, something like Shawshank Redemption, you can miss 10, 20 minutes of it and know exactly what's happened and pick it back up again.
I know that, yeah.
There's not many of the films in the 90s with a 3-hour time. If you miss 20 minutes, that's it. You goosed and you've got to start again.
Yeah. Carl says Lock, Stock and Two Smoking Barrels or Snatch. Yeah, I remember watching Lock, Stock at the cinema. That was pretty fun. I mean, like
Lock, Stock, great.
One of my favorite like English films is like This Is England, as in just pure raw quality. I mean, that film leaves you shook though. It's emotionally, kind of like Train Spotting. Pardon?
Have you watched the series of them?
I've not watched this. You know what it was? Amazing. I'll be honest with you, because the film was so like good. It was really good, and it really shook me as well. Like it was like it was so beautifully made. Like everything about it, the acting, the story, it was amazing. But it was emotionally heavy, and I was like, I'm really not sure that I wanted to kind of. It's too dark, you know.
No, it's definitely worth it. There's a lot of comedy in there as well, but I think it's obviously the same director and everything.
Yeah.
So it's really definitely worth watching. Is it 86, 88?
Yeah.
And 90?
And then 90.
They're amazing. Yeah. I was bawling my eyes out by the end of them.
Oh, see, that's the thing. They're quite they are emotional. They're so well made, aren't they? I mean.
Yeah, but it's just like you say, some like that are draining, aren't they?
Yeah, like not like that makes it sound
in a bad
bad,
way, but in a good way.
But yeah. But it means that you can't just stick them on. You know, like Transformers, you can just stick on and enjoy
turn your brain off.
Yeah, exactly.
Did I hear you say, Z, that Transformers is one of your favorite films?
It really is. There's a number of like I said, it's not just. It's
Look
the
at
experience.
Steve's face. Look at Steve's face. Come on.
I was waiting for you to make a comment. You know, it's not just me. You know, that enjoys the Transformers movies.
For me, I'll be honest, it's the first one. I tried watching the others, and for me, they kind of fell off in a big way. Like I think like he got the right amount of corniness and everything in the first movie. I think the first movie was spot on for me. It was like the
root of a lot of these multiple film franchises, where the first one or the second one is superb, and then after that, they should just stop making them.
Yeah.
Before you realise that they're bringing dinosaurs into cities.
But there's too much money, though, isn't there? There's too much.
Here we go.
What?
By the way, I heard you before. I heard you lot before when I went off screen.
I was talking about the Dinobots, not Jurassic World. Not everything's about Jurassic World.
Whatever. Come on, Jurassic Park's amazing. It's one of the greats.
It is a really good movie. It is a really good movie.
I can watch it over and over again.
The thing with Jurassic Park is like it has some really great like characters in it, but I don't know what it is. I think it's maybe because it's just dinosaurs. So I kind of just think, I don't know. It's unfair of me, but I kind of judge it because it is. I still see it as a dinosaur movie.
Z, have you seen Dead Man's Shoes?
No.
That's a really good film. That's by that Shane. Is it Shane Meadows?
Shane Meadows, yeah.
Yeah, Nem's put it on there. I watched that not long ago, and I really enjoyed that. Silence
of the Lambs, True Romance as well. It wasn't True Romance with Christian. Christian Slater. Yeah, Christian Slater. That's it. Yeah.
Well, I'd started making some notes on my little notebook.
Oh, cool. I think when Optimus Prime changes and talks.
But I got to about 8 pages, and I got a bit bored then. Because I'd literally gone through it. I was saying to the lads earlier that when I was looking online, like, I looked at like between 90 and 99, and there was like 36,000 movies.
Wow.
So I can't go through all of them. But
you've got 90% of them on your shelf behind you.
No, these are things. Right. So this is what happened, right? So after I'd written them all down, I thought, no, I'll go and have a look upstairs, and I've come down with about 60 movies. So I've
Can I
got
just say
one
I
more
agree
back
with
after it.
Cola Flipper as well. I liked Bumblebee as well. I forgot
I do
about
as
that.
well.
I
Yeah.
haven't had a chance to watch that yet. I've had it.
Bumblebee
but
was
I've
quite
not
nice. It
seen
was
yet.
it was a nice movie. But again, there's so many different things I find that like make me buzz about a movie. Like I was really heavily into home cinema like back in the day, especially when I worked in like for the hi-fi companies and stuff. I was really into home cinema, so I love my like proper DT. At the time, DTS sound was the best. DTS audio was amazing. It was just like, so I used to look out for like movies which had DTS soundtracks on them, because not all DVDs had that. Some were just Dolby Digital, and I wanted DTS because it was just clean sound. And like one of the things about Transformers that just used to just like hairs on the back of your neck, when when the logo comes up and you get all the robotic sounds flying from behind you, and it's just the audio in that movie but you wouldn't get that unless you've got a good sound system. You wouldn't appreciate that extra dimension to it, because it's more of a showcase, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
I remember one of the films. You remember watching the Others?
no,
The Others with Nicole Kidman.
Yeah.
no, I don't think I've seen
Bit of
it.
a jumpy kind of film.
Okay.
That one really utilizes the surround sound really well, because you can hear like footsteps behind. It really like shits you
Right.
up. That
Yeah, I can imagine.
it's good. It's worth a watch. That on.
I think I'm.
You remember watching We Were Soldiers in a mate's house, and he got proper surround sound. He had all the, and do you know when they're flying the helicopters in, and the camera comes in between the two, and the
Is
swooping.
We Were Soldiers the werewolf one?
No, that was
No?
Dog Soldiers.
Dog Soldiers? No, I don't.
We Were Soldiers with Mel Gibson, the first
No.
aircraft unit into Vietnam.
No, I
So
don't
it
know.
shows them all the training and stuff like that.
Oh,
And there's a scene where there must be about 20 helicopters, and they're just flying in, and they're
Okay.
below flying, and they come past the camera, and you can hear all the rudders all on different sides of what
That
you
must
would
be
have heard if you were in the cab of the helicopter.
That must be amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds awesome. I haven't had a home cinema system for years now, though, but I do miss having one.
Well, there you go. There's the homework for next week. We've all got to go out and buy home cinema system surround sounds. And
Yeah,
Yeah,
some
we'll
proper
just go
sound-
to one of the shops that are open.
None of this bar stuff, sound bar, and no. You need the
a
full.
speaker in each corner.
Yeah, exactly. You need that.
Bailey
It's-
says Saving Private Ryan. I bet that would be good on a surround
Yeah.
sound.
That was good, yeah. And The Crow, I've seen people put in as well. That's a great movie. Leon, Tori says, yeah, Leon was amazing.
Yeah, it was.
Absolutely.
It's good that.
Yeah, Natalie Portman and the guy that was in Godzilla, French guy, can't remember his name. Quite famous, but
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's
yeah. He was in the
what's
original.
the freaking name?
Yeah, I know.
Bald Head.
So something Renee, isn't it?
Yeah. I don't
Can't
know
think.
now.
I can't think
yeah.
of it. Oh,
Luc
Bruno.
Besson movie, but yeah. No, Luc Besson was the director, Goat Jazz, wasn't he? Luc Besson was the director. I don't think. Yeah. Oh, Fifth Element was awesome as well. I used to love Fifth Element. I haven't seen it for a while, but I thought that was an awesome movie.
I got a box set the other day, and it was The Fifth Element, The Abyss, and Aliens. You know, like a top hits type of.
Is it Joan Reno?
Yeah, sounds right. Cola Flipper, yeah. And Bailey, you're right. Bad Boys was great. Bad Boys was an amazingly good film.
Mm-hmm.
Very fun film.
So if you think back through the 90s, the like 94, 95, and 96, there were so many great films out one after the other. You know, it's what Forrest Gump, Gladiator, Braveheart, all that type of stuff. Independence that year.
I tell you what, Gladiator would have sold so many DVD players. It was unbelievable. When Gladiator came out, I remember working at Dixon's, and literally that movie sold DVD players by the bucket load. Like, it was crazy. That was a great movie, though, definitely.
You know, but you don't get that now. You don't get so many different type of movies out there. It's either a comedy or a comic book.
It's a lot of like, you know, there's a lot of rebooting going on and revisiting and reimagining. I mean, like I think they're like redoing Suicide Squad, and that only came out a couple of years ago, but because it was not great from what I've heard, I've not seen it. They're literally remaking it so soon after the fact. Like normally, I remember when Hulk came out, Ang Lee did the Hulk in the late 90s, and it was awful. But it took years before the Ed Norton version came out. Like now, I think it was like mid 2000s, wasn't it, before the Ed Norton version?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
But now it's like Suicide Squad. Literally, it's just a couple years ago. It feels like.
Margot Robbie's in it. That's all we need to worry about.
Yeah, well, she's in both. Yeah,
aren't they? They're not rebooting it. They're just changing some of the actors because they don't want to do the second one. So I think Will Smith's not returning, is he? He's Deadshot.
No, he's not. He's not in it so far.
No.
I was watching a thing earlier on that was just sort of giving a. It's like Mr. Boomerang's in it still.
Well, he's survived, didn't he? After him supposed to have been killed off, they've determined he survived it, and that's why he's back in the second film.
Before putting new carpet cabling for the rears, and RCA subwoofers went under the floorboards. Oh, and RCA for subwoofers went under the floorboards. Yeah, see, that's a home cinema system. Just makes it. It just makes it allows you to enjoy a movie that might otherwise not have been that much fun to watch.
I used to have an amazing home cinema setup. Some of these guys might have seen it, but in my previous house, I had a massive electronic wind down screen. I think it was about 130-inch screen or something, and we had two sets of sofas, one raised higher than the other, with flip out bottoms. And we used to have a big projector, HD projector. It was amazing. The picture and the sound was mint on it, but
don't cry, Chris. Don't cry.
I know. I've still got all the equipment
together.
It's making me want to sort out a home cinema now. Like, it's
try
making me
and set it up.
You've just got your back room back now. I think from all your stock going down.
Do you know what? There is more. There's still some stuff to be cleared out, but this would make. It would need a lot of work to make it a good cinema room, though, because of the acoustic.
Don't go into work and don't tell Bex, and she'll come home and it'll be done.
Yeah, that's it. Done.
That's what you got to do. You just got to do it.
Just to answer Bailey's point, Bailey's point in the chat there about Suicide Squad. The first one should have been really good, but the problem with the first Suicide Squad is that they refilmed a third of it because of the popularity of Deadpool, and they tried to bring the Deadpool humour.
No, I thought it was because of Guardians. I thought it was because of Guardians. It was a darker movie, and then when Guardians came out and it was sort of comedy sort of thing, they made it a bit lighter.
Well, Guardians was out slightly after Suicide Squad, wasn't it?
Are you sure? I think it was the other way around. Because I think that's why they changed it. Because obviously Jared Leto was going mad, wasn't
he? Jared Leto is such a good actor, though. I mean, it's a shame that he got a lot of flack for that Joker, didn't he?
Well, he has actually.
I enjoyed it.
2 Joker films.
Pardon?
He has actually got a contract for 2 Joker films. He signed on for Suicide Squad and 2 follow-on movies.
As the Guardians came out 2 years before.
So it must have been Deadpool that was out then at the same time.
Yeah, because the Suicide Squad is literally the only film I've ever seen twice at the cinemas. And everyone slated it. So
I saw Titanic 3 times.
Titanic?
But did you not get
asleep in it
this time round?
Oh, I went to see Jurassic World 3 times as well.
I've got to say though, like that's a really good...
I did standard cinema, IMAX. I think it was on 3D as well, possibly IMAX 3D. And what's the one where the seats move?
4D, I guess.
4DX or
cinema.
something.
So, I don't know. Yeah.
4DX.
I
Yeah,
think
Did any of the effects make it a better movie?
Nice one, Cola. Do you want
I
to
think
just
that's
tell
a
us
good-
live on air how much you spent on
Right,
your
before we
seat?
carry on. Where?
Cola's put, my wife
Where's
still has
this?
no idea how much I spent on the AC receiver and speakers.
Ah,
I think we should find out.
Yeah.
Knowing Cola, I'm reckoning it's clearing $1,000 easy because a good system will easily. Yeah, I reckon so. A good
It
AV
makes a
amp.
difference, doesn't it?
Yeah. Oh, world of difference. But what you said was a really good point though, like about watching Suicide Squad twice, even though it got panned generally. Like I found, like you get that a lot. I mean, I found the same with like Venom. You know, like everyone said Venom wasn't great. I enjoyed it. I thought it was a lot of fun.
before we carry on, I just need to do a couple of thank yous to people. Lana Nicole sent me this film, Deadheads. I don't think I've ever seen it. This is one of those films you were describing earlier, Z.
Yeah.
And this looks good. I don't think I'm pretty sure I've never seen it. You ever seen that?
Shelf, Dave. Check your shelf.
Oliver Ian, you seen that?
No, I haven't. No.
No, well, we picked it up. I had to look at the box, and I went, "Not for me." Lana said, "Yeah, it looks like a Chris film," so we posted it. Yeah.
Oh, thank you. That's very kind of you. Cheers. And a nice note on there as well. Oh, she says, I found this in my death pile. I thought it had your name written all over it. Hopefully you like it and don't already have a copy. Thank you very much, Lana and Steve. Thank you. Also, I got another. Oh, you'll love this one. You'll love this, Steve. I got another present in the post from a viewer or a subscriber. Jurassic Park.
Nice.
Have you got one of these? Have you got one of these, Z, in your shop?
I've got a 30 by 40 centimeter one, a little bit bigger.
Bigger than that.
A little bit bigger than that, yeah.
Yeah, bigger than that. Yeah.
I thought I saw one on your wall. I thought,
Yeah.
I wonder if that's the same one. But yeah, Alan Starbuck sent me this
That's
because
pretty
he knows
cool.
how much I like Jurassic Park. So big up to Alan. Thank you very much for sending me that. It's great. And I might as well show you this as well while we're on the subject of Jurassic Park. This is amazing. Oh, you can't see it because of the bloody green screen. Hang on a sec.
Oh,
No, we can't see it.
There we go.
yeah, that's pretty cool. Oh, that is pretty
You
cool.
see it okay?
Yeah,
Yeah.
But
that's
yeah,
pretty cool.
Annabelle bought me this a few years back for my movie room, and I can't even find these anymore online. There isn't even any on
awesome,
eBay.
that.
I don't even know. It's nice though.
That is nice.
You have to
There's
look
a
out
nice-
for these.
There's a nice Lego
shop.
set as well, isn't there?
Yeah.
Of that scene. There's a huge Lego set of that scene. I've seen as well, which looks pretty impressive.
Oh, I'm not sure.
Yeah. It's quite expensive. I think it's like 250 quid last time I saw it, but it's that particular scene of him,
Oh.
of the T-Rex at the gates.
I don't think that was in the actual movie, though, was it? The T-Rex coming through the gates.
No, because it's just
No. It's in the
No.
finished visitor centre, didn't it?
Finners with the banner going over it, and then the raptors. Yeah. Flinging them away.
Cola's not giving away anything.
He's not going to let us know.
Yeah, no, that's
Oh, there you go.
that's easily okay. It's a decent point there with quad center left. Yeah, if he's got quad speakers, yeah, subs, multiple subs. Yeah,
Don't go dropping a minute now, Z. How much it all costs?
Oh, that's really cheap. That, to be fair.
Yeah, quad speakers are known for being cheap. Yeah. But it makes such a difference, though. It really does. It can almost change like the kind of movies you watch as well.
Right, we need to go round and... Oh, I've got a delay again.
Oh no.
Can you all hear me okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear you, mate.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Are
Yeah.
you listening to us
Okay.
through StreamYard?
Sorry.
Great.
You-
Yeah,
there's-
I
don't
just
know
said, are
what's
you
going on.
listening to? Yeah, I just said, are you listening to us through StreamYard?
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's not. Okay, it's just weird, then, isn't it?
So what do you want to do, Chris? Do you want to do our top five 90s movies while you try and sort out
Yeah.
yours? Or?
There's no way I can do 5.
I don't think there's anything else we can do. I just think it's probably my internet connection, to be honest with you. It's dipping in and out.
Mm.
So I thought we could go round and talk about our best 90s stuff that we've written down. Should we do that? I'll start, shall I? While she can still hear me, I'll start. Well, when I was checking today about 90s films, and I was checking my library of movies, one thing struck me, and that is that the 90s, Tom Hanks films were his best films ever in the 90s. Because I've written down quite a few. So I've got like Philadelphia, Apollo 13, A League of Their Own. I've got Forrest Gump, Saving Private Ryan, The Green Mile. He did so many great films in the 90s. So Tom Hanks is like king of the 90s. And then, of course, we've got Jurassic Park, but we've mentioned that enough already. But what I was gonna mention a few sort of maybe that some people might not have thought about, which I still think are great films. And we watched one the other night. It's got Paul Hogan in it, you know, Crocodile Dundee.
Jumping Jack Flash. Oh, Jack Flash, is it?
No, Almost an Angel.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Such a good film, that. Really enjoyed it. Such a great film. And also, one that I've recommended on videos before, I think Tori really liked it as well, Forever Young.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Mel Gibson in it. And don't forget Back to the Future 3 as well. That's 1990.
It is.
You just had to get it in there, didn't you?
I did, yeah, of course I did. Let's see what else I've got. Oh, I tell you what, a film I loved, a British film with Pete Postlethwaite in it, Brassed Off.
Mm.
You ever see it?
Yes.
Such a good film, that. Right, go on, that'll do for me, because I'm sure you guys are going to come up with some stuff as well. So, Steve, why don't you go next?
Fight Club. Fight Club is a great 90s movie. The Big Lebowski. Jeff Daniels and John Goodman? That's a good film. Meet Joe Black. I quite like that.
Yeah, it's a sad film, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, I've never seen that.
If you've not seen Meet Joe, you've got to see Meet Joe Black. That's a great film. And then there's your obvious ones, there's your Pulp Fictions, your Silence of the Lambs, and Goodfellas.
Silence of the Lambs as well, yeah. Goodfellas, obviously, yeah.
I was never a Goodfellas sort of fan, me, to be honest with you. I'm not a massive like gangster movie film, although I like the British gangster movies. But I'm not a massive sort of Hollywood gangster movie thing. Not into it.
Well,
there's some amazing ones though. I mean, Casino is a great movie. When did Bronx Tale come out? 93. A Bronx Tale.
Was that?
Bronx Tale. That was Robert De Niro's first directorial. I think that was his directorial debut type thing. There's some classic. It's just a classic movie. It really is a great movie, and it's got some amazing lines in it, and the characters. I think I think with like films like, you know, Goodfellas, Casino, like the Scorsese films and all that, there's something about them that you'll either like, but it's probably the same things that other people will hate, if you know what I mean. Like they're kind of the same thing that attracts people is what's going to turn some people off. Like, because if you've got to like the kind of, you know, the suits and the Joe Pesci attitude and the, you know, just something about it. There's something about it.
The Goodfellas is based on a true story, though, isn't it?
Loosely, yeah.
Loosely,
Yeah, loosely, but it is. Yeah, it is. It's just a great. I just love the characters. I mean, like De Niro is made to play those movies. You know, so is Joe Pesci. I mean, you know.
Well, another one was Heat.
Yeah, that was good. He was,
you know, with Al Pacino and De Niro and Val Kilmer, and that was like the original Expendables, wasn't it? Really?
Yeah, that was a good Val Kilmer, though. For me, like whenever I think of Val Kilmer, his finest hour for me was Tombstone. Like I loved. I'm not really a big Western.
No, amazing film.
I'm not a Western fan, but Tombstone has stuck with me. Like, it's a movie I'd happily watch. Yeah, I was really into Young Guns before. I went through a phase where I used to love Young Guns 1 and 2 with what's his face? You know, Martin Sheen. Is he Martin Sheen's son? Charlie Sheen's half brother, Emilio Estevez.
Yes.
Yeah. Like Young Guns and Young Guns 2 were like really good, but they were very Hollywoody. And then Tombstone came out, and man, like Val Kilmer in Tombstone, that is one of the best performances. Just even if you're not a Western fan, watch Tombstone.
Wasn't Emilio Estevez in that one with Mick Jagger? Was it Free Jack? He was a racing driver, ended up in the future and going to be used to someone's body double or something. Was it Free Jack?
Oh, I'm not sure what that is. Tori came up with a couple of good ones that I had on my list. Trainspotting is an amazing film. Love that film. I don't think Tori would have liked that one, to be honest with you. Annabelle doesn't like it. And also Four Weddings and a Funeral, which is really good as well.
7, yeah.
Oliver Ian, do you want to go through some of yours?
Not really. Okay.
Too many.
Yeah, Something About Mary.
Quality.
Oh yeah.
Jumanji.
Who was it? Oh, it was Night's Life. Jumanji is Night's Life's favourite film of all time.
The Mighty Ducks is amazing.
Is that why it's not on tonight?
What's that?
Is that why Night's Life's not on tonight? Jumanji.
Yeah, he got knocked out for
that. Universal Soldier. Classic. I'll try and give you some alternates. Hackers.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Good movie. I liked Romeo and Juliet.
Bit weird.
Bodyguard. Dragon, the Bruce Lee story.
No.
Okay.
The Fugitive. That was like the first 12 I ever went to watch, I think. That was amazing. But it's now 15 when it come out on that. And The Net.
Good call by Michelle Latham.
I haven't watched that
Election.
for ages, The Net.
Just a few more, because I've got a few. One of my favourite films, Above the Rim, starring Tupac. Fifth Element.
I've never seen that.
Amazing film. A couple of one for the 90s you don't really see much anymore. Terminal Velocity, starring Charlie Sheen.
Yeah.
Mm.
The Fortress, starring Christopher Lambert. And Dangerous Minds.
Oh, yeah.
The first Fortress is really, really good. The second one's not as good.
No, I've never really watched the second one.
No.
I mean, there's so many. I mean, you can just go through them. I've got Shawshank Redemption, Braveheart, White Men Can't Jump, The Muppets Christmas Carol, which I put on the group the other day.
Is Demolition Man 80s or 90s?
Yep. No, Demolition Man is 90s.
Yeah.
And Cliffhanger.
Yeah.
That's another good one.
See, Marlowe's just mentioned Striptease. We watched that the other day.
One that I like. This I've not. I don't know if everybody's seen, but 54
Not seen it.
about the Studio
Not seen
54 in America. It's a brilliant film, but it's got some big names in it. It's got Neve Campbell, Mike Myers, Ryan Philippe. Is it Philippe? And yeah. But that's just one I've always loved. That the music's brilliant on it. But you could go through them all. You've got Ghost. You've got the loads. Fargo, Speed, Kingpin, The Mask. Just it goes on and on, doesn't it?
I like Channel Nem's comment. It's just making me laugh. I'm funny
What's that?
how. I mean funny like
how?
I'm a clown. I amuse you. I'm here to fucking amuse you. Oh, and it's what a brilliant. He was amazing in that. Absolutely loved Joe Pesci.
Ryan Philippe, he was the one out of Cruel Intentions, wasn't he? That was another
Yes.
good nice movie.
Yeah, that's why I brought that down, but I never got around to that. That was amazing, that film, back in the day. I don't know if they've aged very well, but there's a few on there. I mean, The Net I love that when I went to cinemas. They were the sort of films that you were saying about, like it evokes memories, really.
Mm.
There's a few of them on there, but I mean, if you look at Hackers now, that's not aged very well at all. The just the PCs on it, it's the laptops that they're using, all that is mental, but the soundtrack's awesome on it. It's got Angelina Jolie in as well, so
It's like when spy movies use Panasonic Tough Books. If anyone's ever used a Panasonic Tough Book, you'll know a spy will never use one.
see,
Is there any more to add to those 90s lists?
No, not really. I mean, I like all the Kevin Smith films, like Clerks, Mallrats, Chasing Amy, Dogma. They're all fun. But yeah, I think you've gone through all the ones that would come to mind, I suppose. But there's probably loads.
Hot Shots.
Hot Shots.
Yeah, Hot Shots were in the 90s. Judge
It was
Dredd,
okay.
Sister Act 1 and 2.
Well, I've just googled best.
Just that
90s
one was good. Number 2 was silly.
Yeah, I've just googled best 90s movies of all time, and the ones that we've missed off that list were Mrs. Doubtfire, Jerry Maguire, You've Got Mail, Space Jam.
Space Jam.
See, I had it, but Chris hasn't seen that blooming thing.
To be fair, do you know we were talking
I've
last
seen
week
Space
about
Jam.
Troopers?
I thought you hadn't seen it.
Starship Troopers.
No,
yeah,
so
that's-
I said a couple of weeks ago I watched it, but I wasn't that keen.
Edward Scissorhands. Classic, that. I love
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, so do you know the other week, Chris, when we were talking about Starship Troopers, and that's made it onto the list of one of the best movies of the 90s.
It
That
was a-
and
Wow.
Usual
Is that what we got?
Okay.
Boys in the Hood, yeah. I'll show you that.
Sleepers was good.
Yeah.
There isn't a film that Oliver Ian hasn't got in that.
Well,
room.
there's quite a few.
We could reel it off and he'd pick it up off the shelf.
I've had to drag them downstairs. That's what I've had to do. Because they're upstairs
Jurassic
in the room.
Park 2.
Jurassic Park 2. I'm not doing it. I'm not running up and down the stairs.
Fargo
90s,
was really good.
90s,
yeah.
90s. American Pie.
American Pie.
Unforgiven, that was good. See, I was going to bring the Disney movies down because it's like Aladdin, Beauty and the Beast, Lion King. I think The Rescuers might have been just before that, was it? Was it before that?
First Rescues was late 80s, wasn't it?
Yeah, it might be the second one I'm thinking of. I'm just wondering who was. Oh, it's Little Mermaid won it before Beauty and the Beast. The Big Lebowski, good film. See, what about Kingpin? Do you remember that one?
Yeah. That's a classic.
Yeah.
That's a classic.
Awesome film, man.
Isn't that when he's got like the rose in the bowling board, doesn't he? And and he's got that big comb over, and he's amazing. Yeah.
Is it Bill Murray?
Yeah, Bill Murray, and then Woody Harrelson's in it as well. Was Natural Born Killers 90s as well, wasn't it? That's quite an
I
iconic.
think so, yeah. But weren't that like banned first of all when it came out?
Yeah, it's quite iconic for that reason. Yeah.
Yeah. Blade, Dumb and Dumber.
Blade
Fargo.
was, yeah.
See, the thing is, I was looking at my movies and I was thinking, there's a lot of these 90s movies that I've only seen sort of in the last 10 years. Not necessarily when I actually watched them, when you were younger. But so I tried to pick out what I could that I actually watched back in the day, really.
Yeah, fair enough. We had some good ones there. I think we've exhausted the 90s list. Long Kiss Goodnight. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So let's flip the title on its head then. Which movies didn't make it on your list and why?
Well, I figured Chris would cover most of the normal ones. But things like Batman Returns.
Mhm.
What else was it? Happy Gilmore I've got down there, but I didn't show that. Toy Story.
Happy Gilmore's a great movie.
Men in Black. I didn't go down any Tarantino's. What else we got? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Oh, Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles, sorry. The Mighty Ducks, which was mentioned in the chat.
Yeah.
Robin Hood, Men in Tights. Leaving Las Vegas.
No, that's terrible. Men in Tights.
It was. I found that funny. That. Would you rather have the other Robin Hood than the Prince of Thieves? Leaving Las Vegas.
Got to add Glenn Ross to the list. That's one of the best movies ever. That is such a good movie as well. Definitely worth watching.
The Flintstones.
See, I made Lana watch Billy Madison for the first time the other week. It's just a great throwaway movie. When you've got like an hour and a half and you're not doing anything, just throw it on and just watch it. And she loved it.
Can I just say, sorry, how did we miss Good Will Hunting? That goes straight in my top 5. It has to. Good Will Hunting has to go into my top 5. Yeah.
Yeah. This Cool Runnings.
Yeah.
Father of the Bride 1 and 2.
Everyone loves that.
Jingle All the Way.
Right.
Power Rangers.
My boy's wicked
I
smart.
can keep going. Free Willy.
Stop. We can't go with any more.
You can't
what was
mention
last week's homework?
the strap-on out.
What was that,
What about-
Steve? Sorry.
I said you can't mention Free Willy because you'll talk about getting your strap-on out.
What about Samurai Cop?
Yeah, I've not watched it yet. What was last week's homework, by the way?
The Do-Over.
Yeah, I watched it.
Yes, yeah.
Do you know what? I actually watched the video back.
I like the first half of it, and then it gets really silly.
I watched it back. I sort of watched the video back this morning, sorry, to think. I don't think I've watched anything. I don't think I've watched what they asked me to watch. And when I checked it, I was like, I watched it about half an hour after we finished last week. I completely forgot what movie it was.
It wasn't a bad film at all, to be honest with you.
I really enjoyed it as far as Sandler goes.
Yeah, that's what I mean as Adam Sandler goes, because sometimes it gets a bit stupid, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, the thing is it's not back in the day when it was like Happy Gilmore and The Wedding Singer. It was new, wasn't it? It was like watching Jim Carrey for the first time.
Yeah.
But I did enjoy it, though, to be fair. I thought it was a funny film.
I'm gonna do a little giveaway. I've got some films here that I've dug out of my desk pile. So what I've got this stack of films that somebody's going to win. I'll show them one by one, but it's a bloody green screen that's going to mess it up. So I've got the Hobbit trilogy.
Oh.
Child's Play. It's a real mixed bag, this. This is a classic, 28 Days Later. a musical that not many people have seen, it seems. Sunshine on Leith.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've got it upstairs.
Great film, that. Gravity.
I enjoyed that.
12 Years a Slave.
Not seen it yet.
A sealed Back to the Future trilogy.
Ooh.
And
You like it that
Austin Powers.
much? Copies of it, did you?
Austin Powers box set. It's got all 3 films on it.
See, Austin Powers was another one, wasn't it, for the 90s?
Oh,
Yeah.
I think with Austin Powers, what was so amazing was like what stuck with us was it came out the same summer as Episode 1 Star Wars, didn't it? So they did that amazing trailer where they started off with that deep Hollywood guy going, "If you only see one movie this summer, watch Star Wars. And if you see 2, then watch Austin Powers." And it was just brilliant. It caught everyone's imagination because it was like they were so, it was just hilarious because they knew everyone was going to watch Episode 1. It was the first.
Do you
Star
reckon
Wars
that guy's
film.
on furlough at the minute? Because
Yeah, no, he's probably got loads of work, man. He's probably
he's never going to be out of a job, is he? But
No,
I think at the minute he's probably on furlough.
Yeah.
In
That
a
was such a
world.
great commercial. It was like, if you only see one movie this summer, watch Star Wars. If you watch 2, then watch Austin Powers. It was like brilliant. And some of the jokes in that are just, great.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I like the Dr. Evil myself.
Yeah. I liked Goldmember. Goldmember was my favorite.
Oh, remember, yeah.
Yeah, Goldmember. Dr. Evil, can I paint his shoe gold?
Sure.
Yeah. Would you like a smoke and a pancake? No.
Chris is thinking he might have to watch him now.
Pipe and a crepe? No. Well, there's no pleasing you.
What kind of package?
He's going to watch it before we post it.
Oh,
Yeah.
such an
Yeah, might do.
Goldmember was brilliant, honestly. Goldmember
So,
was just...
to win, somebody's going to win all these. And to be in with a chance of winning it, what you've got to do, I want to try and grow the Facebook group a bit. So, if you're not in the Facebook group, it's down at the bottom. It just search Movie Chats on Facebook. Go and join the group. If you're already in it, that's fine. You can still take part. But I want people to try and invite some people to join the group who are movie fans, film fans. If you've done it already, that's fine. You can still take part.
I got bollocked off Georgina for adding it.
I had the 5 people in the group this week.
I know you did. I know I saw them and I approved them. Thank you, Steve. So once you've joined the group, invited a few people to join the group, then when this stream's finished, just come back and let me know that you've done that in the comments of this video. And then I will put your names in the wheel of names and we'll draw the winner next week.
Do you mean the fixed wheel?
It's live. It's live. It cannot be fixed.
Don't wind him up. He gets a bit tetchy about this. just expect it to be B movies next week.
Yeah, or musicals.
So that's all you've got to do, guys. Anyone in the chat, let me have a look. Anyone in the chat who wants to win this lot, go join the Facebook group. Invite a few people to join the group as well who might be interested, ideally. Not just people who are just going to not bother with it. And then come back to this video when we finish the stream and just make a note on there that you've done it. And I'll enter you on the wheel of names for next week.
We need to stop ignoring the chat, you know.
Let's have a look.
It's becoming a thing now.
I'm keeping an eye on it.
Steve's keeping an eye. There you go.
Bailey they restarted James Bond because of the Austin Powers films. Yeah, I'm sure they did, to be honest.
You reckon they did?
When did GoldenEye come out? Wasn't that 95 or 96? It must have been, yeah. It's got to be 90 or maybe 94, 95.
95.
95.
Yeah.
GoldenEye was like solid. Surely that was before. No, Austin Powers wasn't before that, was it? Or
No, Austin Powers was 97.
yeah.
But I mean, I would say it had a bit of a hand in it. I wouldn't say it was. The Hobbit is far better than Lord of the Rings. See, I've got a confession, really. I've not gone through the Hobbit yet.
I've
not watched the second and third one of that.
Oh, okay.
We were stuck watching the third Lord of the Rings the other night on telly. That was on, so it had to go on apparently.
Don't
They
forget,
were in bed like 20 minutes before the end.
there must be about what 8-10 years between Fellowship of the Ring and The Hobbit.
Were
So
they
that
filmed
long?
back to back?
There must be there must be that much of a gap between the two, mustn't there? 2001, The Fellowship of the Ring,
Right.
and The Hobbit was 2012. Yeah, 10 years, 11 years.
Wow.
Right.
Marlo mentioned.
Junie's just requested to join there, Chris.
Has
Facebook
she?
group.
Oh, excellent. I will approve every. I can probably do it now actually because I'm not using my phone as a webcam. I think that might have been a problem before, you know.
That's a great movie. As Marlo mentioned, Point Break.
Oh, what was that one? Oh, Cape Fear with Robert De Niro.
Yeah, I've got that upstairs.
That was
Showgirls
good.
Bailey. That's got a cult following, that has. I've got that upstairs, Showgirls.
And when did Mean Girls come out? Was that early 2000s? That's
I'm
got to
going
be
to say
2000.
2000s.
Yeah, that's got to be early 2000s, hasn't it?
2004.
Oh, yeah. And Sexy Beast came out in 2000, otherwise I would have said that as well. Ray Winston.
Oh yes, that's a good film, that, isn't it?
Oh, that was it. Yeah.
That's a good film.
We
That
never
was
mentioned
a
that.
really good film. Speed, yeah.
Speed, classic.
And did we mention The Matrix?
Yeah, I think someone
no.
had mentioned it.
No, not The
What?
Matrix.
Oh, what do you mean, not The Matrix?
No, come on, Z.
Are you
come on.
serious?
Yeah, I don't understand it. It's too complicated for my small brain.
I'm glad you said that, Chris.
I admit it. I can't handle complicated films. Inception, I came
Just
out of
anything
that
prehistoric
I
is
ain't got a
fine with.
clue what's going on here.
Matrix is really good. Like, really good.
I don't like it.
When I remember what Matrix was one of those movies that I remember watching at the cinema and just slating the hell out of it because all it seemed to be was Keanu Reeves saying the sh word numerous times, and I thought, this is stupid, because then in the end it becomes like Superman or whatever, and just I did, because I completely didn't get the movie, and then I watched it again a few times, and then I watched it again at home, and then when it clicked I was like, oh my god, I've just made the most ridiculous mistake ever. This film is amazing. And then on top of that, it does have an incredible visual look. The audio is crazy. It's just a quality movie.
Did you get the ending of the third one, Z?
The second and third are just absolute not my favourite movies.
but you understand the ending of the third one, yeah?
I kind of gave up. I think when they were on the park bench, I was like, screw it, I'm out there. Yeah.
Friday, that's an awesome movie. That.
Yeah. Well, that's it. You were talking about films before that might not be in everyone's top 10, but they're funny and whatever. Friday is one of them. It's not to everyone's taste, but when you've watched it, you've got to see what happens to him, haven't you?
There's a few people joining the group. I've approved you all.
Super.
Nice one.
Oh, I've got some more here now. It's going mental. Do we need to set some homework for this week?
Yeah, I thought you were going to get the wheel of B movies up, and
I'll get the wheel of names up. Give me a minute. Should have had this ready, but technical issues have thrown me off.
If anybody else has got any good ideas for movies, just put them in the chat. We're up to watch anything really.
Discuss Kill Bill next week. Just talk about Kill Bill for like the whole show.
Oh, it's amazing that.
Yeah, Kill Bill.
I think we should just talk about Tarantino movies. That's one.
Just
that's
talk about
one series. That's one.
it's
on its own.
in the go that, isn't it?
Pardon?
Tarantino movies is an hour and a half show by itself, isn't it?
He's just incredible, and like it. I mean, Inglorious was just Inglorious. Bar Stewards. That movie was just amazing, and you can tell why after that they typecast that Anton whatever character, because then they tried to make him a bad guy in Bond because he was so amazingly scary in that movie.
Blofeld, wasn't it?
Pardon?
Was it Blofeld he played?
Yeah, he played in the Bond movies, but he was. I don't think he was. You can see why they cast him, but the character just wasn't there for me with the James Bond movies. He didn't scare me, but in Inglourious, his character was just.
Hey, Death Bag Mama.
I've never been so scared by someone drinking milk. Like, do you know what I mean? The guy was.
It's
Just,
that's
Oh, yeah.
so tense, isn't it?
Oh,
when
that
he
scene
goes
is
into that.
amazing, isn't it?
oh
in that
my
little
god!
hut.
Exactly.
So
And
good.
You can see that's why they wanted him for Blofeld, but the quality wasn't there in the writing, and plus Blofeld, I suppose, is just going to be a shallow character by his nature compared to, what he was playing in
What about in Django Unchained?
Django Unchained. Oh, really good.
Well, you're talking Tarantino movies there, and Pulp Fiction and Reservoir Dogs. Michael Madsen's character
Yes.
and Johnny Vega, they were supposed to be brothers, weren't they? And there was supposed to be a film of both of them before Reservoir Dogs and Pulp Fiction, but they left it too long to film it, and the characters would have looked too old as well.
Oh wow.
So you would never believe it was before it.
Yeah. Such
Should we
a
spin-
great movie.
Should we spin the wheel and see what we've got to watch for next week?
Yeah, let's
Go
see
on
what we've got.
Right, let me just share my screen. Here we go. Just to prove it's not fake, so I'm going to click shuffle it all again, and whatever this lands on, we've got to watch.
Mr. Diggs has put film franchise has gone too far. I think he'd mentioned that a few times previously. For a genre.
I can't keep talking about Jurassic Park, though.
Oh, what's we got? What's that?
Regular fear.
Right, I've got to find that now.
There you go. The Delinquents.
Oh, I haven't seen it, but I saw on the film that was on the wheel then, The Last Starfighter, I put on there the other week. I saw an advert for or a YouTube
it's Kylie Minogue.
about the Last Starfighter 2. So do you know we were talking about in sequels to films 20, 30 years afterwards? That's another one of them.
All right, bloody hell.
Mm.
Yeah, that's got a bit of Kylie in this Delinquents.
Yes, that's why I put it in there. It's Kylie's first film ever.
Ooh.
So
Guys,
yeah,
I'm going to have to make my move.
All
no
right,
worries, D.
Thanks
worries.
so much I really enjoyed chatting movies. It was a lot of fun.
Legend.
Thank you.
No,
Thank
thanks
you
for
so
coming on, Z. Cheers.
No, not at all. I'll speak to you guys soon. Thanks,
Take
everybody.
care, bud. Thank you. Bye.
Yeah, so you got to watch The Delinquents, and anyone in the chat who's not seen it yet, get The Delinquents on.
A coming-of-age romantic drama is what it calls it.
See, that'll tick the box for Lana, you see, as well. She'll probably love that.
Mm.
Annabelle will be well up for watching that one.
See if it's on Blu-ray.
You don't have to buy it, you know.
No,
You don't
I
have
will
to buy
do.
it. Was it Goat Jazz that who was it? I'm sure it was Goat Jazz. The video store. Who used to run a video store.
So I remember somebody mentioning it.
Is it Gary or Goat Jazz? Can't remember.
But why?
Because I just want to see when.
Yeah, it was Goat.
Yes, it was Goat Jazz. Yeah. Are you free next week, Goat Jazz, to come on and we'll do the video store week next week? Something different. Let us know if you are free and we'll schedule it for next week. If you're not free, don't worry. We'll spin the wheel and we'll come up with something else.
Go Jazz says he is Gary.
Oh, it's the same person. I thought it was. Why did he have both names in the head?
That's like an Eddie Murphy. That's like an Eddie Murphy movie now, isn't it?
Yeah, I know. Oh yeah, let's do it. Okay then. So next week we'll talk all about video store memories. If you can think back that far, Steve.
I'm younger than you. Just
You're not.
yeah,
No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not. Oh God, you're funny.
So are we gonna have a sort of side subject? Or are we just going to talk about going to the videos, going to rentals?
You can suggest something if you want.
Well, we've got a wheel for that, haven't we?
Okay. Should we do the wheel and we'll talk about both?
What the John? Yeah. Do the wheel as well, and we'll.
Okay. Oh, let me just take. Oh, doesn't Kylie get out in this movie? Oh, I hope so. It'd be good if she did.
Look at the screenshots on Google. It does show her.
No, I don't, Alan.
It's up.
Let me just switch wheels. Very technical. Okay, then. Well, I can take video store memories off it because we're going to do it next week. So take that off. Give it a shuffle. Right, you ready?
If it's nothing too heavy, we can talk about it, can't we? Oh, mushy night.
Hang on a minute.
What?
Hang on.
Because it doesn't say B movie, Steve.
I think that falls quite nicely with our homework, to be honest with you, Chris.
Well, it kind of does, but the problem is Tori said she was going to come on for rom-coms.
So
maybe maybe we need to wait for that one.
Okay.
Can we spin it again on that basis?
Yeah,
yes. Again, just make sure he hasn't sneaked B movies back in on his list.
I'm trying, but it's so small, the text.
I'm shuffling it again. Oh, hang on. We can't do 90s again.
The forgotten 90s.
That's the forgotten 90s, though, isn't it?
It nearly went on rom-coms. Just mix it up, Chris.
Bloody, what am I gonna do now?
Just spin it again. Third time lucky.
Shuffle it and then spin.
I'll shuffle it again. We can't do 90s 2 weeks in a row.
It's going to rom-coms again. Oh. Here we go. That'll do.
Movies.
Yes.
Is that like
I love
that could be anything from World War Z to Armageddon, really, I would imagine.
Yeah, exactly. Right, so there it is. It's settled. So we've got Gary Goat Jazz coming on to talk about video stores because he used to run one. So that should be interesting to hear some of that stuff.
Oh, definitely.
And also we're going to talk about apocalyptic films.
It's not a big subject, is it? So
no, it's not massive, is it? So that should
just
be
make
quite
sure
good.
you're not on a curfew like you were last week.
On a what?
Make sure you're not on a curfew like you was last week.
Well, I have to try and finish for 8 because Global Thrift has come on. I don't like to go over theirs.
Judging by the screenshot, the text messages Belle was sending you, it wasn't much of a curfew, Chris, was it really?
Yeah.
Wasn't that funny? I didn't see any of those messages until we came off. It was funny that.
Wait till I tease the ones that he's got now.
Spin it again, Tori says. Tori, your time's running out because you've already said you're coming on for Christmas films. So, you know, it's going to be soon. Get yourself ready.
Christmas films, Die Hard.
Oh damn. You know I'm only winding you up, don't you? You're so easy to wind up.
It wasn't me.
So easy to wind up.
Everybody else was having a bite.
What's that about?
Oh.
I put Die Hard up in the group with now as the best Christmas movie ever, and then Chris said it's not really a Christmas movie. Then
it's a Christmas movie.
And then the group turned on him.
The group turned.
Goat Jazz says lots of apocalyptic films in the video shop these days. Oh, in the video shop days. Cherry
2000.
What's that?
I don't know.
You have to look that one up. Never heard of it.
1987 science fiction film.
Yeah, 87 it says, sorry.
Melanie Griffith.
That sounds interesting.
Hang on. It had a budget of 10 million, and at the box office, it made 14,000.
Really? Bloody hell.
Must be a good film then.
It's in Orion Pictures. They didn't last very long after that, did they? So,
yeah.
Right.
Orion Pictures.
Post-apocalyptic film from California 2017. Right. Yeah, okay. Where do you make a less attractive robot? So that's the plot line.
Sounds interesting. I have to watch that one.
Yeah.
Well, I'll look at it.
Gary, will you send me a message, Gary, on either Facebook or Instagram, and we'll organise getting you on next week? Just send me a quick message.
Oh, really? Was it one of the first movies? Don't forget, Die Hard 2 was also set at Christmas. Yeah, Shabba, definitely. And Scrooge was an epic movie.
Junie says, do you do these movie videos weekly? Pretty new. Yeah, we're trying to do them weekly. We pretty much have done so far. So, yeah, it seems to be Thursdays at 6:30 seems to be a decent time to do it. So, yeah.
Thank you, Junie.
Oh, thanks, Tori, as well.
So how many have we got watching now, Chris?
There's 31 at the moment.
That's 12.
12. Yeah, hit the like, everybody. Hit the like button if you liked it. Shabbatron's back in.
Shabbatron.
Shabba Ranks. Such a good name, that. What else have we got to do? Next week prize. We've done homeworks. I've done everything on my list that we needed to do.
Mm-hmm.
I did a bit of just before you shoot off.
Yeah,
I've done a bit of research. Death of the Nile and Free Guy have been delayed. Have you? I've seen the trailer for Death of the Nile. That looks really good.
Yeah,
and Free Guy.
I've seen the trailer for that.
Did you know there's a Resident Evil Origin movie coming out next year?
No.
Remaking of the first one, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, Meg 2 and Tomb Raider 2 has been delayed indefinitely. We watched that again the other night. It's quite a good film. That I like that one. And what's your opinion on Batman? The new Batman with Patterson in it.
It's a standalone film, though, isn't it?
Mm.
The Batman's a standalone film.
Yeah, the Batman. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just like the Joker, isn't it? The Joker's not part of the DCU anyway, because like, as I said before, Jared Leto's got the rights for the Joker for 2 movies in the DCU.
Well, he's apparently he's in the Snyder Cut for Justice League.
Yeah. And then Ben Affleck said he'd come back for the other DCU one as Batman, didn't he? So Patterson's one movie wonder.
Is that the Flash movie that he's coming back in?
Yeah.
Because Michael Keaton's supposed to be doing it as well, isn't he?
Yeah. Because it's based on Point, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like the Flashpoint. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just saw him last night, and I was like, oh, I'll mention that because that's.
It looks good. It looks good because obviously we're quite local to Liverpool where they're filming it, and we see quite a lot of the set photos and seeing Batman's stunt double hanging off the liver buildings the other week was quite cool.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome. I remember
Michelle says, why are they holding on to Wonder Woman's release date?
Oh, I don't know. I was just about to say that as well because you've still got Wonder Woman 1984 and Disney's Soul. They're still due in December. But it seems a bit strange because the other ones that are both Disney Fox, which is the Death of the Nile and Free Guy, they've both been pushed back now.
Wonder Woman probably go straight on TV streaming though, won't it? It'll go like Netflix and
I don't know. There's a lot of money that.
It'll be such a shame if that happened because it really needs to be seen big screen, doesn't it?
I got the nickname shower myself for many moons ago after everyone stopped clapping anyway, so I probably after watching too much. I loved Phoenix Nights just as a random comment back in the day.
Thanks for letting us know that, Shabba. I did wonder about that. I like knowing what people's names are and why and all that business. I bet it was funny that. I bet it was great. What was I going to say? Right. Just as a reminder to everybody, if you want to be in with a chance to win this stack of films, this will keep you going for a while, or you can even re-gift them for Christmas, maybe. There's the Austin Powers box set. Sorry, it's a bit funky. That's the green screen. Back to the Future trilogy sealed. 12 Years a Slave. Gravity. Some cracking ones here. Sunshine on Lee. Great musical, that. 28 Days Later. Child's Play, the original. And The Three Hobbits, the trilogy. If you want to win all that lot, and I'll post it to you for free, all you've got to do is have a look below on the screen below. Join our Movie Chats Facebook group, which we're trying to grow a little bit, growing nicely at the moment. So just join the group. Invite a few people to join. So click that invite button at the top. Get a few of your friends in or whatever. Anyone who likes movies, get into the group. And then the third thing you've got to do is come back to this video on YouTube and just put a comment on the video to say what you've done. Just say, join the group and invited some people, whatever. That's fine. And I will put you in the draw and we'll draw it next week on the Wheel of Names and we'll see who can win these films. So you can do that. That would be great. Thank you very much. Junie says Sunshine on Lee was fantastic. Love watching it. You know, I think you need to watch it, yeah. I think it would make a great stage musical, that as well. I think it'd be really good. Visually, it could be really good as well. What's your latest Transformer thing that you've bought, Steve?
Mike Woodwin advertised, well, put a post up on Facebook before some of the Transformers he's got in his death pile. So we've been talking and we come up with a deal.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah, a couple of G1s. So.
Oh, that's cool. How many have you got?
What's the average there? About 6, 7 shelves, 18 on each. Yeah, quite a lot.
What's that, sorry?
That's a lot. That's cool.
What's that?
Transformers.
Oh, yeah.
Steve's been buying more Transformers stuff.
So yeah, one of the people on Andrew's group put a post up before, Steve. So we got talking, made an offer. So same with just G1 Transformers, isn't it? Can't pass them up when you see them.
No, probably not.
Right, I think we'll call it a day, lads. We will finish up for this week because my dinner's pretty much waiting. I've not had a text or anything, but I don't think I have. No, she's not texted me.
No, this is just where we see a hand coming through the screen now and just
grabbing him out.
Yeah.
Hang on a minute. What? She's shouting up the stairs. Never mind. So that's pretty much it for Movie Club this week, or Movie Chats, depending on what you call it. Thanks you two for coming on. Appreciate it as always.
Thanks everyone in the chat.
Our resident guests. Yeah, and thank you to all the chat for being so interactive with us as always. Yeah, much appreciated. And of course, thanks to Z, who had to go a little bit early, which it was great to hear from
nice
Z,
guy.
big movie fan, and yeah, nice guy. So we'll see you all. We'll see you all next week, Thursday, 6:30 p.m. as usual. And we've got Gary Goat Jazz coming on talking about the old video shop, video store memories. And we'll be talking about apocalyptic films. So lots to talk about next week. And that's it then. So we'll see you soon.
Guys.
Right, see you all.
Thanks, Steve, Oliver, Ian. Cheers.
Catch you in a bit.
Bye.
Bye.